The Weird and the Wonderful World of Chess, Part 1. This is Paul Morphy. Paul was extremely talented at chess and he started really young. When he was playing, people realised how good he was when he was beating them, considering he was a kid and they were grown adults that had been playing it for years. Like, for clarity, he'd never even read a chess book, and yet he was using these pieces like the back of his hand. It was insane. He was beating masters in chess by the age of 13. Strangely enough, chess wasn't his main passion. He wanted to study law, so he went about getting his degree. However, when he got his degree, he wasn't old enough to actually practice law, so he had some time on his hands. So during this time, he did a tour of Europe. At one point, he played 8 people simultaneously, blindfolded, and beat them all. Insane. After his tour of Europe, he actually decided to completely stop playing chess and wanted to go back into law, so he opened up a practice. Within a few months though, it closed down, and after that he didn't go back into law or chess. He completely left the chess profession for the rest of his life after that. The only time he played again was allegedly once when he needed some money, and a friend of his offered him the money if he'd play a game with him. He reluctantly agreed, beat his friend, but eventually just walked away and left the money there. Unfortunately, in his later life, Paul suffered with mental health. He thought his family were out to get him, and eventually they tried to commit him to a mental facility. They didn't have much luck admitting him though, because he was able to talk his way out of it using his rights and his intelligence to his advantage. Paul eventually died in 1884, but is still regarded as one of the best players of all time. His legacy does, however, live on. Bobby Fischer ranked him as one of the 10 greatest players of all time, and he was mentioned in the Netflix series The Queen's Gambit. So, there you have it. Had you heard of Paul Morphy before? What are your opinions?